And they have this scene where me and Colin are watching this together, and I'm watching what's happening, and I'm not believing what I'm seeing, but it's happening. Jean Grey and Magneto, I get why they're doing the scene from a story point of view. They're working together to mend fences and whatever.
Yeah, they certainly did mend the freaking fence.
And the rest. So what they're doing is, for anyone who's not seen it, they somehow rebuild not a house, Brian, a whole mansion with, I assume, all the underground business as well that they've got down there.
All the drainage.
Well, this is my problem. So they're rebuilding this mansion, right? She's doing her telekinetic thing where she's bringing all the bits of wood together. And Magneto, I don't know exactly what he's doing, because how much of that house is metal, I don't know. Someone will explain with some magnetic fields he's doing something. But how do they know everything's going? I mean, there's no. Yeah. I don't see anyone with a plan. I don't see anyone in a hard hat and a high-vis vest, right? So she's doing all this, right? And I'm like, where's all the pipe? Has she got all the waste pipes coming? How do they know where they're going? Who's wiring out the house?
Just imagine getting into the house. The stairs just lead up to nothing. And then you go into a couple of rooms, you've got a radiator on the ceiling.
You need planning permission to do something like this, don't you? So, bearing in mind this massive mansion is just it'll be on the bloody news. There's no one there coordinating, because they had helicopters coming in.
HSC will be all over that.
Oh my God, yeah.
We left the cinema and went to the pub, and Sean was red in the face. He was that angry about this. I don't think there was a single person in that pub that didn't hear Sean's rant at some point during that evening.
It's rant-worthy, though, isn't it? Because I already had a growing disappointment before I went into the film.
Yeah.
Then that disappointment blossomed into the film that we saw. And then at the end, we had this scene, which just basically just sharted.
I was going to say, it is literally just a follow-through from the wet fart.
It is. It is. And they want me... It's an insult to my intelligence that I'm going to sit here and watch them build this house with no... How do they do that? So the fact that she's just stretching her arms out, right, and Magneto, he's stretching his arms out.
What, a bit of lead lining, I'll just do that bit there.
Yeah. At no point does he stop and go, hang on, we need to put the flashing on. Or whatever.
It goes to show there's no consequences. It's like Star Trek 3 blowing up the Enterprise and Kirk Sondheim. That was the sacrifices he had to make to complete his mission.
His character arc.
This, it just shows there's no consequence. You can blow up the main... It is essentially their Enterprise. And it just gets put back to a bit like Star Trek Beyond. They just blow up the Enterprise like it means nothing. They just get another one at the end.
Well, the thing is, they blow it up, but we know it's in future movies. So, does Xavier get some contractors in or what?
Yeah, well, exactly. There's no consequence with that.
And they have this scene where me and Colin are watching this together, and I'm watching what's happening, and I'm not believing what I'm seeing, but it's happening. Jean Grey and Magneto, I get why they're doing the scene from a story point of view. They're working together to mend fences and whatever.
Yeah, they certainly did mend the freaking fence.
And the rest.